Newhaven Rocky Point.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The opening of our fall session coincides with Veterans Week, and while November the 11th is yet to come this year, many services of remembrance are held on the Sunday that precedes November the 11th. And last Sunday I had the honour of attending two such services. As a trumpet player, I'm sometimes asked to play the last post at these events, and it's a moment that's very heavy with emotion. I'm very deeply aware of the responsibility that surrounds perhaps the most poignant moment in the act of remembrance. And I think that's because music has the unique ability to reach down into our souls and to stir those feelings that make us most human. The last post is technically not a hard piece to play, but that's certainly not the case emotionally. It gets me each and every time I play it. The morning event last Sunday was at St. Mark's Presbyterian Church, where the Reverend Tom Hamilton always performs a dramatic and very moving reenactment of a Canadian soldier's wartime experience, often with close ties to Prince Edward Island. The afternoon commemoration was in Crapo Community Hall, where each year they hold an ecumenical services involving all of the South Shore churches. At that service, the Reverend Karen MacLeod spoke very eloquently about quoting a book written by Nancy Steeves that she had sourced when she shaped her remarks. And Karen's comments were centred around building peace. And with two active regional wars happening as we speak, with all the associated horrors of those wars in full view to us all, it seemed like a very appropriate topic to pick. Remembrance is multifaceted, memorializing, first of all, those individuals who have died in conflicts, making the ultimate sacrifice so that we may live in freedom, lest we forget. But remembrance is also about the fact that wars are a horror to be avoided, if at all possible. As Reverend MacLeod said, the end of conflict might give us a treaty. The end of war might give us an armistice. The end of a battle might give us a ceasefire. War gives us these things, but it cannot give us peace. Peace is not won. Peace is made through the hard work of refusing to be enemies. It's about refusing to give in to the hate, to greed, to the most depraved human emotions that fuel division, death, and destruction. Peacemaking is a habit that begins in each of our hearts. The world has shown us that while we have achieved the ability to bomb the world to pieces, we have yet to learn that we can never bomb the world to peace. As we commemorate this time of remembering, let us remember the costs of war and the tragedy of conflict. Let us never forget this, and let us choose to make peace begin in our hearts, in our homes, in our workplaces, and in our communities. Thank you, Madam Speaker.